Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Ability 411. It's Monday, and I'm Tiffany. So I hope everybody got to get out to the LA Abilities Expo. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. Let us know if you guys made it out and what you guys saw, and if you enjoyed it. So it's time to get into this week's topic. This week's topic actually was picked by our wonderful Thursday with Kumi, and it is actually going to be about bullying. Bullying is a pretty hot topic right now on the internet, and the 411 crew decided to talk about it. So, yeah. And I have a very special guest with me this week. So I'm going to get right in and let you see who's with me. Ready? Booyah!
Hey everyone! Hope that if you guys did come out to the Abilities Expo that you enjoyed your time, and hopefully you stopped by the Colors booth and said hey to me and Tiffany. So this week's topic, bullying.
Bullying. So have you ever experienced being bullied prior or during your injury or?
Yeah, most definitely. Especially when I was younger. You know, there's always those people that actually make you don't want to go to school because you're scared that, they're going to make you feel like crap. And I don't know so much necessarily since I've been injured, but I have been made to feel very, very uncomfortable and very out of place because of my disability since I've been disabled. So I guess that is definitely a form of bullying.
Yeah, and bullying can be any type of discriminatory thing. It doesn't have to be strictly a disability thing. It can be anything related to, disability, to your religious preference, to your ethnicity, to your, your appearance, to the person you love. I mean, bullying ranges from everything, not just a disability standpoint. But let me turn the camera a little more this way. Ooh, this way. Sorry, we're still trying to figure out how to work the camera. But I think that people really bully
My boobs are really big.
Focus, Erica. Focus. But I think people bully the bulliers, bully the bullies. Is that the right term? Because they don't understand them. And I think there's something going on with the bulliers because they see something in the people that they're bullying in them. And that's why they're bullying them.
Yeah, I agree. I think, too, that a lot of times it's usually because that person is uncomfortable with who they are. And, sometimes maybe they feel like they're beneath the person that they're bullying. Like, oh, she's prettier than me, so I'm going to make her feel like crap. I don't think that most people do it necessarily to be mean. I think it's to gratify themselves.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I think one thing we should talk about, like it just popped in my head, imagine that. But anyway, I think that, one thing we talk about, I know I've seen a lot in Facebook and in the news about the use of the word retard and how that's going to be banned. And, I'm not going to lie, I use the word. I'm like, oh, I'm retarded. Like, oh, you're being a retard. Like, but I don't mean it in that way, and I don't mean it derogatory or offensive at all. But I think that, over time, that word has become, like idiot. Like, Tiffany, quit being an idiot. You know what I mean? Like, not that you're being an idiot, but you feel me. But anyway, so, like, I don't think that it's necessarily meant to be, like, all the time when people say it, that they mean it in a derogatory way. But I can see that it's becoming like very, very, very controversial. And I think about it now when I use it because I'm like, wow, like somebody could really take offense to that. And I guess that, verbally, just like with any kind of like domestic violence, like there's, all different forms. Like there's verbal, there's physical, there's mental, there's, psychological. And I think that, bullying comes in all those forms as well. And I think that that particular word, now is being turned into something that's, even though most of the time I know when I've heard it used, it's been used in a joking way and like,
yeah,
and I think that now it's becoming to where it's, more being put out there as offensive,
Derogatory.
Derogatory. And so yeah, I think that's one thing to maybe talk about. I mean, how do you feel
No,
about that word?
I get it. Like when we use it, it's because we're
All the
being
time.
all the time. It's a loving way. Like
we're being T&E.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Yeah. And we use it more like because people think that, you know, people in chairs, that's the first thing they think of. Oh, you're
not
mentally
mentally
retarded.
okay.
You know, there's that word. You have a mental disability.
Handicap.
You know, and so we kind of like, okay, we'll own it. You know, we'll own it.
We'll show them what that is.
Yeah, you know. We roll around in blinged out chairs, and here we are, too. Well, she's pretty. I'm just kind of okay, but
shut up. We're both beautiful.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to think that? Okay.
We'll show you that.
Yeah, but I mean, if somebody
should bring up last night in Nokia Center.
No, we're not. We're not.
Well, no, because I think it's really valid.
We're
this.
not.
Okay, so you're gonna hear me and T&E. You're gonna hear us.
We're
but,
not.
Okay, no, listen. Okay, so last night we are just joking around, whatever, and trying to get like different reactions out of people. And there was a couple times, we were just rolling up to random people as they're coming out the Lakers game, and doing our little skit thing that we do when it's just me and her, and we do try to, like she was just saying, if you're going to call us that or you're going to think that way about us because we're in chairs, and we'll show you that. Well, we were doing that last night. And just to get people's reactions. And it was crazy at how, like, if we would have rolled up to him and been ourselves, like how we are talking to you right now, you would have not been looked down upon, or you wouldn't have been walked away from. And I mean, that virtually happened more than a couple times with, certain people they were talking to. They really were uncomfortable and walked away from us. And the whole time that we're doing this, and even after, like today when we were talking about it, I was like, wow, like that could be so used. And I said it last night too, that could be used as, the show, What Would You Do? And they put people in different scenarios and stuff. And, it's always, premeditated and acted. But I'm like, what would people do if that was the case? Like, look at the difference between the way we were treated in that, playing that role in that character, compared to how we would be treated if we rolled up on him, like that term, rolled up on him, as ourselves and not in character. And, in a way, it's kind of sad. It actually kind of got my wheels turning when it comes to the controversy over this word. Yeah, it was just crazy how people reacted.
Yeah, it was total.
It's kind of sad. Like, we were asking people for quarters just to see, like, what they would do.
Yeah.
And there was quite a few people that were like, I don't have no money.
Yeah.
They're trying to, like, walk away as fast as they could from us.
Yeah.
And I think about, like, what if that was real? Like, what if we really seriously were, in the middle of, the Staples Center, Nokia Center, whatever, and after a Lakers game, and like, what if we were stranded or something and like needed a quarter, like really, really needed a quarter?
Yeah.
And you kind of shunned away from us just because we were portraying ourselves to be, mentally disabled, and we're obviously not. But it's really sad, when I think about it. Like, I have so many friends that have, developmental or, some kind of mental disability, and they're still people. And it was so sad. Like, they've got the same heart as us. They have the same dreams as us. They've got the same ambitions. And to me, they're no different than I am. They might have a harder time speaking, or, have a lot of spasticity or something like that. But at the same time, like, they're some of my closest friends.
And they're bright.
Yeah.
They're bright.
Just as actually sometimes more intelligent than I am. I have a really, really great friend who was born with, severe CP. And he wrote one of the most captivating books that brought me to tears, about his life. And you would never know it past him on the street, and stuff like that just really, like, it just floors me, where I'm like, wow, like, we were looked upon that way just because of the way we were talking, or just because of the fact that we were in chairs. And again, it just kind of gave me a different perspective on this whole controversy over that word and how people perceive, disabilities.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're going to continue this talk tomorrow on Tuesdays with Erica. So you guys tune in to tomorrow. And if you have any thoughts or questions or whatever, email us between now and tomorrow if you would like us to address anything But like I said, we're going to continue this tomorrow, and we'll be back to see you guys then. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.